Amanda was only 19 when her life was sold to pay her parents' debt. Forced to marry Timothy, a cold, older landlord, Amanda was pulled out of school, married in silence, and dragged into a dark, lonely life full of abuse. For 5 years, she endured physical and verbal torture without ever seeing kindness. But when a poor old vegetable seller named Mr. Nolan saw something in Amanda that reminded him of his late daughter, her life took an unexpected turn. He offered her what no one else had given her, a way out. Some stories begin with love, some with choice, but Amanda's story began with neither. At 19, she was taken from her books, her friends, and her dreams, and handed to a man old enough to be her uncle, not for love, not for family, but to pay a debt she never owed. This is Amanda's story of sorrow, silence, and one old man who gave her back her voice. Amanda loved school. She was always top of her class. She wanted to become a teacher, but one night, her world changed. Her parents sat her down and said, "We're sorry, Amanda. We have no choice." Their small shop had gone bankrupt. They owed thousands to a man named Timothy, their landlord, a rich man with power, age, and no wife. He's agreed to clear the debt if you marry him. Amanda was speechless. "No. Please. I'm still a student," her mother cried. Her father begged, and just like that, Amanda's life was sold. There was no music, no dress, no joy, just a small, cold ceremony at a city office. Amanda wore a simple white blouse. Her hands trembled. Timothy didn't smile. He only signed the paper and said, "You're mine now." After the ceremony, her parents hugged her once. Then she was taken away. Timothy's house was big, but it felt empty. He led Amanda to a room, locked the door, and what followed, Amanda would never forget. She was forced into a relationship she didn't want. She cried silently into the pillow. The next morning, he acted like nothing happened. When she didn't respond, he said, "You better learn your place. You're here to serve me." From that day, Amanda stopped speaking. Time passed slowly. Amanda wasn't allowed to go out. No phone. No letters. She was given chores: cooking, cleaning, ironing Timothy's clothes. When she made mistakes, he slapped her. When she cried, he laughed. "You think you're a victim? You're lucky I married you," he'd say. Amanda became thin, pale. Her eyes were always empty, but she never ran. She had nowhere to go. Once a week, an old man came to the house. His name was Mr. Nolan. He brought fresh vegetables from the village. He was poor, wore the same coat every time, but he always greeted Amanda kindly. "Good morning, miss. I brought sweet potatoes today." Amanda never answered, but she always bowed her head politely. One day, she accidentally dropped an apple. Mr. Nolan picked it up, looked at her softly, and said, "You remind me of someone. My daughter. She died young." Amanda looked up, and for the first time in months, she smiled, just a little. The next week, Mr. Nolan returned. He brought extra fruit. "I had some leftovers," he said, handing Amanda a bag secretly. Timothy saw it and shouted, "She doesn't need your charity." He pushed Mr. Nolan. Amanda stepped between them. Her eyes spoke what her lips couldn't. That night, Timothy hit her again, but she didn't cry. She just looked at the bruises in the mirror and whispered, "Someday I'll leave." Amanda turned 24. She had survived 5 years in silence, no birthday wishes, no love, but her eyes still held something, hope. She never fought back, but she never lost herself completely. Mr. Nolan continued to come each week. He noticed her bruises, her limp, her fading energy. One day, after Timothy went inside, he said quietly, "Do you want to leave?" Amanda froze. He repeated, "I have nothing, but I can give you peace." That night, Amanda packed only one bag, one dress, a few books, and an old photo of her childhood. At midnight, she climbed into Mr. Nolan's vegetable cart. They left the house quietly, no words, just freedom. Mr. Nolan lived in a small wooden home near the edge of the village. No luxury, but no fear. He gave Amanda her own room. He cooked porridge for her. He placed flowers by her window. "You don't need to repay me," he said. "You're like my daughter now." Amanda wept, not from sadness, but from kindness. Months later, Mr. Nolan encouraged Amanda to teach the village children. She read them stories under a mango tree. She taught them ABCs, numbers, and songs. They called her Miss Amanda. She laughed again. Her voice returned. Her smile returned. She wore light dresses again, and her eyes sparkled. Amanda never returned to Timothy. She never needed revenge. She had something better, freedom, peace, and a father figure who saw her as more than a servant, more than a debt. Amanda's life began at 24, not with a wedding, but with a cart full of vegetables and an old man with a kind heart. Sometimes, love doesn't come from romance. Sometimes, it comes from a soul that simply chooses to care.